We want to provide a lifeline for those parents and for those students who want it. We need to have the courage to do what's right for our students and their families. We cannot leave them behind, and we cannot deny them their right to learn.
That was Maryland Delegate Jeff Grist. He's the sponsor of a bill entitled Right to Learn Act. It calls for increased funding of the Boost program. Boost provides children of low-income families scholarships to attend private and parochial schools. Currently, Governor Moore's budget calls for a cut to that program, something Maryland's Republican caucus wants to prevent. And Delegate Grist is joining us now. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
For people unsure, don't know too much about the Right to Learn Act of 2023, explain it a little bit and how this affects low-income families.
Sure. It does two things. One, it codifies the Boost program. So that's a program that was established through the budget back in 2020 or 2017. And what that does is it gives an opportunity for families and children who participate in the free and reduced meals to have an alternative to their education. So, I'd love to say that every one of the schools across the state of Maryland are world class, but unfortunately, that's not the case. And this is a program that's been very, very successful over the last several years. And in the budget, I think 2 years ago, we through attrition, we were going to eliminate the program altogether. So basically, it's the current students until they graduate. They're going to allow to participate in the program, and then their siblings. So once their siblings graduate, then the program will no longer exist. And for us, we just want to continue with this lifeline. Until every one of our schools are doing an outstanding job, we want to offer this alternative for some of these kids and their parents who want it. Not every kid obviously decides to participate in Boost. But it does provide an alternative for about 3,000 kids,
Sure.
in Maryland.
Sure.
And the Right to Learn does a second thing as well. It goes beyond that and expands the program for other students. So as the federal government will rate schools based on stars. So 1 and 2 star schools, they would have to allow these children to either go to another public school, a private school, where they can homeschool. And then the per pupil funding that is attached to that student, wherever that jurisdiction is, would follow them to wherever they decide to go.
Sure, and you use the word lifeline, and so I'm curious the anecdotal information that you get back from parents or maybe students or teachers that have seen this program at work. What do they say? What is the advantage, do you think, for families who decide this is for them?
They have had nothing but great things to say about it. In some cases, they've even said that it's more than just the education. It's also the safety piece, just getting their child to and from school. And also, too, in many cases, too, for diversity. In many of our private schools and parochial schools, there's not a ton of diversity that's out there. And some of the students, particularly coming from some of our minority communities who are going into these schools, it's providing not just them, but the other students in those schools an opportunity, not just for a better education, but also to be able to assimilate better, certainly within the communities.
Sure.
So it's had great results and reviews so far from the parents who have participated.
An argument I'm sure that you've heard, and even me being a product of public schools, my curiosity is, why not shift this money to the public schools so we can maybe fast track where the deficiencies are for today rather than for tomorrow? And I'm curious what the response is to that.
Yeah, I mean, that's an argument that a lot of folks are taking. I mean, we're going to spend over $35 billion. And I think that once we realize that a lot of the assumptions that were made in the blueprint, the Kerwin legislation that passed a couple of years ago, that we're probably going to be looking at over $40 billion over 10 years. So the investment is made there, and I'm fully committed to implementing the blueprint. In fact, I've been spending the last several months on that first pillar for the 3-year-old pre-K, trying to figure out how we're going to be able to bring our communities together, because the schools can't do it on their own. But until we can get to that point, and we're spending a lot of money doing it, and there's a lot of parts of Kerwin that I think most of us like, but it's going to take time.
Sure.
It's going to take 8, 10 years, and a lot of these students who are participating in the Boost program, they're going to be graduated by then. So if we eliminate this program now, it's just they're not going to have this alternative And I'm just making the case and the argument that why can't we do both, at least until we can make every one of our schools in the state, world-class education. And that's what we're trying to do with the blueprint. And we
Okay.
can do both at the same time.
All right. I know time is precious there in Annapolis. We appreciate the moment you took with us. That's Delegate Grist over there. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, take
All right,
care.
Take care.
Stay with WBAL TV 11 News, both on air and online, as we near the end of Maryland's legislative session. Turn on push alerts to get late-breaking updates sent right to your smartphone. And that's all for this edition of 11 TV Hill. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.